Hi, hello. Hi, guys. Okay, I see some of you coming on board, and guys, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And if you guys can see and can hear me, just type a one, in the chat at the bottom or maybe on the right, if you can see and hear me, so that I know that you guys are here. All right. So welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. Right. So let me just wait for a few more people to come on board. Okay, good evening. Hi. Yeah, so I can see your comments coming in. Hi, Alfred. Hello. Hi, Darren. Good to see you here. Okay, good. Hi, David, Ellen, Andy. Yes, I can see your comments, guys. Yeah, just type one in the chat if you can see and you can hear me. Hi, Andy. Awesome. Hi, Sweet Pal. Good to see you here again. Lynette. Awesome. Okay, good. Welcome, guys, and welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. For those of you who are new to this, yeah, we kind of like do this once every few weeks, whereby we kind of like, talk about some of the stocks that you guys are asking about. Hi, SU. Hi, Mike. Good to see you here as well. All right, so we'll cover the stocks that, the Singapore stocks. So in this Facebook live session, we'll talk about these Singapore stocks that you guys are asking about, not me. All right, so make sure you stay all the way to the end. All right, because after covering the stocks that you guys are asking about, all right, I'll do a quick opinion. We'll try to cover the one that is the most popular. So later I'll share with you guys where to actually let me know what stocks that you want to be covered, or I'll do a quick analysis on the charts. Maybe we will look at the system that I have to see what it says. But after all this, then at the end of it all, that's where I will kind of like, share with you one stock, all right, just one Singapore stock that looks not too bad. Yes, been on my watch list for a couple of weeks now, all right, and we did see something bullish coming out as well. So make sure you stay all the way to the end if you know one stock that will be reviewed at the end as well, right? But that's after we have covered all those stocks that you guys are asking about, right? So type a 2, guys, type a 2 in the chat if you're still here. And for those of you that just joined us, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stock. And just do me a favor, guys, let more people join this session so that we can cover more stocks and find out what are the most popular stocks, right? So help me to like and share, right? Help me to like and share. We're like more than 100 of you on board already. Help me to like and share. There should be what we call like a heart-shaped button somewhere, all right, at the bottom. All right, help me to click a like and share button, and so you can reach out to more people. All right, so we let a few more people come on board here before we go straight away to the session, and this is where you guys can let me know the stocks, right? So click the heart-shaped like and share. All right, and when you share it, guys, as well, this will be a good thing, because once you share it, then this video will be on your profile as well on Facebook. If you're using Facebook, so that you will not miss out on this video, you can go back to your profile and you can straight away view the video. So help me to like and share, right? So yes, I see a lot of hearts and likes. Thank you so much, guys. This is what I see over here. Awesome. Okay, good. So thank you so much. Welcome to this Facebook live show. And for those of you who are new, my name is Joey Choy, top-tier advisor, trader in Phillips Securities, and that's where we come like do sessions like this just to guide people a little bit more on the stock market. So that's where I also teach people on how to be more confident, right, and how to trade with clarity in the stock market, right? So this is it, right? So let's get started right now, right? So just a quick disclaimer: whatever that's shared in this live Facebook live session is just for education purpose only. So please do your own due diligence as well, right? Hi, Elaine, good to see you here. Hi, Ryan, Randy, Lily, good to see you guys. Yeah, so I can see your comments, guys, so keep it coming, and this way I'll try to place it on the chat as well. All right, so here's what you need to do, all right, in order to participate in the live poll. All right, here's what you need to do, and go to www.slido.com, right? So that is the tool that we use. Go to www.slido.com. The code is AMAS09, right? AMAS09. And that is pretty much where you will be able to participate in a live poll, right? So we are running this poll live right now. I think some of you have already come on board. You can simply scan the QR code as well on the top left-hand corner on the screen, all right? Just scan the QR code or go to okay, let me just place the link as well in the chat so that all you guys can just join it right now. All right, so that is the link. Okay, good. So that is the link right there. I just place the link in the chat. Just simply click on it, all right? And that's where you can participate in the live poll, right? So later, that's where you will be able to ask, the stocks, the Singapore stocks that you want to be covered. But let's just do a quick live poll on what is your view, all right? What is your view on the stock market? Let me know, right? Let me know what's your view on the stock market. Is it like selling the strength? Is it time to bargain hunt? Let me know what is your take, what is your view on the stock market right now. So just 1 minute, right? Let more people come on board. Go ahead to www.slido.com. The code is AMAS09. or you can simply click on the link, all right, that I've placed in the chat. Let me know if this link is working, guys. I think it should be working. Just click on the link there. That's where you should be able to participate in the chat. Let me know if that is actually working fine. Okay, good. I think, yes, it should be working. Right? We have more than like 30 of you participating in this live poll. Okay, good. So, yeah, what is your view on the stock market? Okay, let's see, right? So this is live, guys. Yeah, I think we have like 33% of you saying that it's a fake rally. You want to be cautious. It is 27% saying that it's starting to be bullish. All right. Time to start bargain hunting, 19%. No idea, please help to analyze. Selling to strength for now, bottoming out soon. So not a lot of people are thinking that it is bottoming out soon. We'll try to find out later. All right, so let's see, guys. So this is live, guys. Those of you who want to participate in this live poll, go to www.slido.com, stock code AMAS09. All right, so that is the link. I've placed it in the chat. I'll just probably place the link in the chat again so that you can participate in this live poll. Right? Hey, thanks, Stanley, that it's working. Let me see, right? Okay. Yes, Thomas, you can use the Slido app too, correct? So go to slido.com or the Slido app. The code is AMAS09. Working. Thank you, Andy. Lynette is working. Awesome. All right. So that's the link. You just simply click on it to take part in this live poll. All right. Okay, good. So this is pretty much the live poll that we're doing right now. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook live session called Ask Me Any Stock. So, later what happens is we'll be going through some of the stocks that you guys are asking about in the Singapore stock market, right? So don't type your stocks here. I know some of you are typing your stocks here or private messaging me. All right, don't do it because you'll be lost somewhere. All right, so later, that's where you can type your stocks in this poll right here, slido.com in this app, and that's where we'll do a live poll and we'll try to cover the most popular stocks that you guys are asking about. All right, so right now you can see that this is like the view, all right, of what most of you are thinking about. Starting to be bullish, right? So it seems like now it's kind of like changing. We have more than 50 of you taking part on this live poll. Just now it was like a fake rally, cautious, but now it seems like a part of you, some of you guys are saying that it's starting to be bullish. Oh, okay, it's like changing, guys. This is changing live, so it seems like it's starting to be bullish. You want to be a bit more bullish. It might not be a fake rally. Things are going up. You want to try to, not miss out. You want to try to get in. All right, so it seems like that is happening right now. Okay, good. So let me just pause the poll right now. So how many of you want me to go ahead just to share or do a quick outlook on the US market? Just type yes. Just type yes in the chat if you want me to just go ahead and do a quick live analysis on the US market, maybe even the STI, the Singapore market. Just type yes in the chat below. All right, type yes in the chat if you want me to just go ahead to do a quick analysis. And that's what I'll do. All right, and we can't discover whether is it time to be bullish, is it a fake rally, is it time to bargain hunt? Let me know in the chat. All right, okay, good. So we have William, yes. Thomas, yes, awesome. Right, so let me just go ahead to do a quick analysis on the markets, right? Just very quick one, right? Maybe I'll just cover some of the factors that are affecting the market. Hi, David, good to see you. Yes. Okay, good. So let's just move it right now, right? So let me just go to push this back to one side, okay, and I'll just pause the poll. All right. So for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook Live session called Ask Me Any Stock. So we'll just go ahead to cover the markets right now, okay, and then after that we'll go on to the stock that you guys want a quick opinion on, all right, and we try to cover as many as possible, right? So this is the Dow Jones, right? The Dow Jones right here, the US market. So we have seen quite a good rally, I would say, over the past 1 month, right? So let me just go ahead to give a quick overview of what has happened. I think all of you would know that since the beginning of the year, there were talks about inflation and rate hikes and all that, and then we saw weakness in many of those tech stocks, right? Because many of those tech stocks are more interest rate sensitive, right? So it kind of like sold off, went down somewhere in March, it rebounded, and then there were now talks about a recession because of more aggressive rate hikes, and that's where the market would cool, and that's where the market started to sell off even more, right? And this time it kind of like spread from not just the tech stocks but to the broader economy, right? To many of those stocks in the retail, in the commercial sector as well. Many of those stocks sold off as well, all right, and kind of like hit a low somewhere around June, about 2 months back. And this is the Dow Jones, right, trading about 30,000 then, all right. We kind of like found a little bit of support then, and it was like kind of like rebounding, and we did see quite a good rally over the past couple of 1 month plus, right? Anybody can tell me what's the reason why we are seeing a good rally in the markets over the past weeks? Let me know. How many of you? Let me know what is your, what's the one of the key reasons why we have rebounded, right, for the Dow Jones. Let me know in the chat. For those of you who are more savvy, right, let me know in the chat, why are we kind of like seeing the markets like rebounding quite firmly over the past few weeks? Anyone? Okay, good. So I think some of you are mentioning as well. Thank you, Sadie, Darren as well. Inflation dropping. Darren, you're saying that results better than expected. All right. Inflation easing. Thank you so much. Fed tapping inflation, awesome, right? So yeah, that's one of the main factors. So I think all this while, there will come like, inflation at 4 decades high, and it's still we have come like since March, we have like 4 rate hikes, kind of like hiking rates. The Federal Reserve have hiked rates to about 2.25%, 4 rate hikes already. All right, and all this while, it seems like inflation just didn't come down, right? But over the past few weeks, it seems like this is kind of like working, right? So I think I did a video as well on talking about the markets, and I mentioned that inflation is the key factor because if inflation still remains high, then the Fed will have no choice but to hike rates, and if they hike rates too much, that's where the economy will suffer because if you hike rates, demand will fall and all that. It can lead to economic recession, a bear market, and when this whole recession comes about, that's why people get scared and many people, the stocks start to sell off. So inflation is a key thing. So over the past 2 weeks, right, what happens is that there were some signs of these measures, right? The rate hiking measures working. So I think just about like last week, inflation in terms of the inflation data, it was like more than 9%. All right, so it kind of like dip slightly to about 8.5% in terms of the I think consumer price index data from the US. So it's kind of like working, is dipping slowly. Of course, the target is still about 2 to 3% in the longer term. All right, so there's still a long way to go, but it shows that at least it's working, it's slowly dipping, right? And that's where the Fed might not have to hike rates that much. So that's where the market started to rebound. People started to write on that. And after all, because if you don't hike rates so much, then maybe there will not be a recession. All right, and it's not that bad after all. And many of those companies that kind of reported their earnings, it kind of shows that they were still reporting pretty decent earnings, like Apple, right, and all that. All right, very, very strong earnings, and we started to see very, very good rebound in many of these companies. Okay, so let's take a look at where we are right now for the Dow Jones. It's currently trading about 33,980, right? So I mentioned about this very critical support level right here, which would be the 30,000 for the Dow Jones. I think that level is critical, right? That level is critical because if we break that level, so let me share with you what is like a bear market. So I think all this while we have talked about a bear market over the past like 2-3 months, and that is where we see prices dipping by more than 20% from its peak. All right, then there are signs of a bear market. So Dow Jones not really, but for the Nasdaq, the tech stocks, which is pretty much formed up tech stocks, they can sold up by more than 20%. So that's where we have a bear market. But for Dow Jones, it is just somewhere around here, the 30,000, right? So almost coming to bear market, and we started to see a little bit of a rebound, right? So you can see that we found a bottom, right? This is like the first bottom, right? Here, let me just put it a little bit thicker. So this is like first bottom, went up, we came back down, we found like a second bottom, right? So I did a video talking about, in terms of to see like a rebound in the markets, you're going to see like a bottom, like a double bottom, a triple bottom. That means prices kind of like, touching this level, swing up, swing down, right? Swing up, swing down, and starts to rebound back up. We see a couple of bottoms here at a very, very good support level. In this case, this 30,000 seems like a good psychological level. All right, that could be a good thing. That could be a bottom, right? But we need to get past some of those resistance level even after seeing the bottom. So, I mean, if you see a bottom, but it just goes up and then come back down, then it doesn't really count, right? So, we want to break some of those key levels. And what would that level be, right? So, this level would be none other than this resistance right here. You can see that this is what we call that 33,200. A couple of rebounds from here. Let me just show you what I mean. You can see it was a little bit of a rebound. We kind of like neared it, rebound here. All right, kind of like approached it there. We broke down adversely when the market sold off, and it was a little bit of a resistance here as well. And you can see right here over the past week, we managed to break through, all right, the 33,000 to 33,200. That's a good sign. That's at least a good sign of some strength. At least we are attempting to find a new high, right? We're attempting to find a new high. So I think for those of you who are saying that we are a little bit more bullish, let me just go to play the poll again. All right, so that is the poll right here. It's still changing, guys. So this, I think, this is a live poll, guys, which you guys have done just now. I'm starting to be bullish, 31%. It's a fake, rally cautious. they want to be cautious. So I think it's fairly, it's like half. I think most of you are saying it's bullish. Some of you are saying they want to be cautious as well. All right. But I think right now, because we have indeed broken some of those key levels, in this case, that we're 33,000 to 33,200, there could be a little bit more upside in the short term. So short term wise, to be honest, it looks quite good, right? Like quite good bullish, all right? In fact, all the way up to like 35 to 35,600, that could become like the upside, all right here. That would be the new resistance level. You can see that become like touch it right here, came down. All right, so a couple of selling right here. So this level would become like the resistance. So that could be the upside in the short term, right? So just take note, right? But what about the longer term? I mean, is it like over, right? I mean, it's like a bull run. We're pushing to new high. The bear market is over. The inflation is over. Everything is good. That one still remains to be seen, right? Because what happens is in the longer term, this moving averages. So look at the red line. So as I say, right, this red line is the 100 days moving average, and this is the 200 days moving average. So obviously this red line is still below the blue line. So we still need a bit more confirmation, for the longer term. When we see like this red line going back above the blue line, it's like to reverse back up, then that could be a good thing. So the trend turning up in the longer term too. But right now, it seems like the short term we are looking bullish. Longer term wise, we might just be a bit of sideways. It's definitely looking a bit less bearish than it was just a couple of months back. All right. So yeah, look at this right here. So you can see that this 20 days moving average line has managed to cross above the green line. The green line is the 20 days moving average. Let me just remove all this so it's not so messy. So this green line is the 20 days moving average. You can see that we are kind of like sloping upwards. Prices are above this green line. So as I say, that's a good thing in the short term as well, because this line is pointing up, prices above, and obviously, as I mentioned, we broke this 33,200 level, right? And of course, we managed to look at this right here. We managed to break above. Look at this right, green line, 20 days moving average above the 100 days. So that's a sign of strength as well in short term. All right, so that is the Dow Jones, right? That's the Dow Jones, right? Just take note of this level right here. I think in the short term looks quite bullish. Anything above 33,000 to 33,200, we can still be a bit more bullish, all right, in terms of the market. We might push out a little more, and then some profit taking can come back again, and then we might consolidate, and we'll see how it goes again, right? Whether there are any changes in terms of the news on the inflation data, if it comes down some more, I think that could be a good thing in terms of sentiment turning more bullish as well. All right, so this is the Dow Jones, right? How many of you want me to cover like the Singapore market, the STI? All right, just type STI in the chat if you want me to just do a quick covering of the STI before we dive into the stocks that you guys want covered. Type STI in the chat. Let me know. All right, so we have more than 100 of you on board already. Welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stock, guys. For those of you who have just joined us, we have pretty much just done a quick live analysis on the market. In this regard will be the Dow Jones. All right, so if you miss any part, you can go to watch the replay. The replay will be on my Facebook page. All right, or you can simply, all right, just like and share this video so that this video will be on your own Facebook profile as well. And you go to your profile and you see the video there, it'll be much easier. So help me to like and share, and I would really appreciate, guys, if you can just like and share right now. Help me to reach out to more people. All right, just like and share right now. That would be really helpful. Okay, awesome. All right, thank you so much. So I see a lot of heart shape coming up. So STI. Okay, good, awesome. All right, so let me see. Hi, Flora. Good to see a few of you new names coming on board. Some of you are my clients as well. Thank you so much for support. Hi, Kiyong. Hi, Seng Chun. June. Awesome. Hi, Helen. Cheryl. Hi, Kumuri. Good to see you here as well. Awesome. Okay, good. So I think all of you are mentioned about STI. So why not just let me do a quick analysis on the Straits Times Index, the STI. I think many of you are asking about it. All right, so very quickly, this is the STI trading at about 3,273. All right, so STI looks a little bit different from like the US market, the Dow Jones, and even the Nasdaq. So it's nowhere near what we call like a bear market. All right, because as I say, for bear market, it just means that it's kind of like retrace. All right, more than 20% from its peak. So you can see that the peak we have found for the STI would be somewhere in like Feb. We touched, we came down, and that would be around that 3,450 level, right? So 20% from that, let me just draw it for you. You can see that that would be maybe somewhere around here, all right, somewhere around here, maybe about the 2007 mark. If we go to the 2007 mark, then we might really be in a bear market, right? But so far, you can see that we found a little bit of support somewhere under 3,050, all right, about 10%, 11%, and we started to see a little bit of strong rebound coming back, right? So let me just cover where we are right now. So I mentioned in the previous video as well in the Facebook live session that this level is key, all right? The 3,000, right? This 3,000 level is key. It's a psychological level, but it seems like we didn't even near that, all right? We started to see some good support coming in at about the 3,050. A couple of times we touched it, rebounded, and look at this right here. This was just like last month in June. We kind of like neared it and started to see a bit of a rebound as we consolidate. Look at this right here, a little bit of consolidation, which is healthy, right? So when we kind of like hit down, it's healthy to see a bit of consolidation. Look at this from like about 3,001 to 3,150 right here. And you can see that this moving averages. So focus on the green line. The green line will be what we call the 20 days moving average. So if you like kind of like point down with prices below it, it's not so good. That shows that we can see some short-term weakness in terms of the downside happening. So you can see that this green line is pointing down since like April, when the US market sold off and bear market and recession, all that stuff, right? So started to really sell off. But in June, July, this green line started to flatten out. So let me just show you, right? It started to flatten out. You see right here, started to flatten out and eventually started to point up, right? Point up with prices above it, right? So green line up, all right, with prices above it. That's a good sign of some short-term strength coming back, all right? And of course, as I mentioned, we broke this level, right? This was the support level, about the 3,150. You can see it was a little bit of a support here, rebounded, and eventually we broke this 3,150. So that's where some upside actually came back all the way up from 3,150 to where we are right now at about 3,300, right? 3,300. I think that over the past like 1 week plus, 2 weeks, we are seeing a little bit of resistance at about the 3,300, right? And this level is key. Just write it down for the market. I think 3,300 is key for the STI. Why do I say that? Let's take a look at it, right? You can see that this 3,003, originally, it was like the support level. So look at this, right? Support, we broke down and the selling kind of like started. The same thing here, we broke down, the selling started. And when we got back above that 3,003, look at this right here. So this was like in March, right? We started to see a rebound after the first rate hike here. When we broke the 3,003, we started to see a rally up, same thing, a rally up after 3,003. So that could be a key level right now. I think if we can actually break this 3,003 for the entire, look at this right now, it fits really nicely. You can just drag this up right here. That is the range. It's like about a 3,150 to 3,003. So like a 150 range, right? 150, you can see from here. I just shift it up here, and that would be pretty much back to that resistance level. Look at it, it fits really nicely. Sometimes it's just sometimes it's just really coincidence, right? But yeah, look at this right here. So that would become like the upside here to about the 3,450. Why 3,450? Look at this, as I mentioned, that was where we kind of like touched 2 times, came down. So that is pretty much the upside in the short term if we can break the 3,003. Right? So over the past week, it seems like we are seeing a little bit of a bearish candle right there, a little bit of like a doji, right? Some selling pressure is coming back, but the moving averages are still looking quite good. Look at this green line is still sloping up, obviously. All right, it's starting to what we call a bullish crossover above the rate and the blue line. So that could be a good thing as well. But of course, looking at these moving averages, that just shows the trend in the short term. But we still want to get past, right, this 3,003. Right, we kind of like attempted, but we came back down again. So not really counted. So just think of this level 3,003. I think that could be kind of like a good reversal signal of in terms of the market, in the entire Singapore market, the STI, I think the bank as well. That could lead to a push up even further above 3,003, but not like all the way up, but I think just somewhere around here, the 3,450. Just take note, that's where selling can actually come back for the entire market as well. All right, so let me know, guys. Just type a tree in the chat. If you guys are still here, you're still following me, just type a tree in the chat before we move on to the next part of this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stock. Type a tree in the chat. Okay, good. So let's see the poll, right? So I think like some of you are still changing, right? Okay, so now it seems like it's starting to be bullish. Well, after going through it, I think some of you are changing your kind of like a view on it, right? So starting to be bullish. It's a fake rally. Just now at the beginning, right? It was pretty much like a fake rally that was winning, but now it's starting to be a bit more bullish, right? So that's your view on the market. So I hope that I've given you guys some of the key levels to take note of, all right? And I'll share with you a bit on the view, what are some levels that you want to take note of, whereby even though it's bullish, but it's not just like bullish all the way and it's like a bull market. I don't think so, all right? Because this, inflation is still here, rate hikes are still being here as well. I think next month, Fed might actually hike rates by about 75 basis points, 0.75%, and maybe the next month it will be like 0.5%. So yeah, it still remains to be seen, right, whether all these rate hikes can actually cool down or ease the inflation. If it does, that would be a good thing. The market will be quite bullish, right? But so far in the short term, as I say, because we did break some of those key levels, all right, for the Dow Jones, for the STI, that's why some strength is actually coming back. All right, so that is the view on the market, right? So let me just shift this back up and let's move on to the second part of this session, right? So three, hi Cheryl, three. So we have more than like 200 of you, almost 200 of you on board. Welcome to this Facebook Live show. Awesome. Okay, good. Let me just go on to the next part, which will be pretty much the gist of it, right? And the whole entire title of this show, which would be Ask Me Any Stock. So let me know, right? So let me know in the Slido. For those of you who are just joining us, what happens is we have this Slido.com app. The code is AMAS09, or you can simply click on the link. Let me just share the link again on the chat, all right? And let me know 3 stocks, but guys, just type in the stock 119 and you submit it, all right? So don't just type 3 stocks at one go because we can't really do a tally or a poll like that, all right? So just type 1 stock, 19, and you submit it. So I think some of you have just joined us. Let me know if it's working, guys. The link, I just placed the link in the chat as well. Let me know what are 3 Singapore stocks, right? 3 Singapore stocks, 1 stock, 19, total 3 stocks, 3 lines, submit it, right? These 3 stocks. Let me know what are 3 stocks that you want covered, and I'll do my best, right, to cover some of the most popular stocks that you guys are asking about, right? Okay, so let's just like a few minutes, right? A few minutes. You can see it's coming in, guys. So we have like more than 20 of you taking part in the poll already, all right? And that's it. It's changing, guys. It's changing. So go ahead. Let me know, right? The stocks that you guys want a quick opinion on. All right, so it seems like UOB is coming up fast. We have Sam Corp Marine. Okay, it's like changing, guys. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook Live show. So I've pretty much done a quick overview of the market. We covered the Dow and the Singapore STI. So if you missed it, not to worry. All right, the replay will be on my Facebook page. You can simply come to my Facebook page, or if you want to keep it simple, you can just simply like and share this video so that this whole replay will be on your Facebook profile as well. You can simply go onto your profile and see the page. But right now, after covering the markets, we are pretty much back to the very key thing that you guys are all waiting for, and that will be to let me know what are the stocks, the Singapore stocks that not me, all right, that you guys want a quick opinion on. So this is a live poll right now. For those of you who just join us, you can simply click on the link, right? So I think some of you are just typing the name over here. We have a senior typing like Geo Energy, Jay saying like Chip Eng Seng and Sam Corp. Thank you so much, Thomas Abundance, right? So just do me a favor, right? Go and type it in the Slido app, right? Because you type it here, we are not able to do the live poll, right? So type it in the Slido app. The link is right in the chat, or you can simply go to www.slido.com. The code is AMAS09. So we have more than 60 of you taking on this live poll. It is still changing. It's still changing, guys. So let me just try to figure out what is happening, all right? And what are the top few? Are you guys seeing the stocks that, for those of you who already participate in the live poll, type yes in the chat, in the Facebook chat right below. Type yes in the chat if it's actually working and you see your stocks actually appearing on this screen right here. Type yes in the chat so that I know that it's all working fine. Okay, yes. Thank you, David. Yes, it's working. Jimmy, yes, it's working. Thank you so much. Okay, Darren, yes. Andy, yes. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so we have some of you typing your stocks. Hi, Changnan, good to see you here. So just type your stock OCBC CICT in the Slido app. That's where you can do a live poll. ST Engine, I think that's one of those stocks that's asked is quite popular as well. You can type it in chat. You can type it in the Slido.com app so we can do a live poll. All right, so This is it, right? Okay, good. So this is working fine. So help me to like and share, guys. For those of you who have just joined us, like and share this video, all right, so that we can reach out to more people, and more people can we can cover the stocks that all of you are asking about, right? So let me just stop the poll in a few seconds more, all right, 20 seconds more. Okay, good. So let's just see what are the popular ones. It seems like wait, let me just see. Okay, still changing live. Let me just pause the poll in a bit. Okay, good. So I think we have a ST. Okay, it's changing. I think we have a ST engineering, right? So the first one will be ST engineering. We have like more than like 30 of you on voting on that. ST engineering. We have UOB as well. UOB. We have it's changing, guys. Let me just see what is the top one. We have AEM as well. AEM as well. I think this is one of the popular ones. We have let me see. Okay. Okay, it seems like a lot of you are voting for Wilmar. Wilmar as well. Wilmar are one of those really popular palm oil company as well. ST Engineering, UOB, we have AEM, we have Wilmar, we have, let's see, Rex, Rex, INTL, Rex International as well. All right, and let's take a look at it again. All right, and let's just see any more. So we have like a total of like 5 stocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ST Engineering, number 2, UOB, number 3, AEM, Wilmar, and Rex International, right? Rex International, right? So let me just see what are the top stocks that you guys are asking about. And you can see this is a live poll. For those of you that join us, you can take part in live poll. Go to stilo.com. The code is AMAS09, right? 09. I think we have like let me just see. We have a SamuderaShipping. Seems like it's pretty popular as well. All right, SamuderaShipping. We have let me see. Okay, we have an OCBC, right? The banks, I think the banks are coming up with OCBC. We have sets coming out as well. All right, sets. So we try to cover as many as possible. So sets. So let me just repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 stocks for now, guys. I will try to cover as many as possible. But let me just repeat these 8 stocks that you guys are asking about. It seems like a lot of you are asking about it. So let me just try to cover before we have more time. We can cover more as well, right? So the 8 stocks, number 1 would be ST Engineering, UOB, AEM, Wilmar, Rex International, SamuderaShipping, OCBC, and finally SETS, right? Just 8 stocks for now. Let me just pause the poll. Not with this. Okay, I think the next one will be like IFAST. I think a lot of you are asking about IFAST as well. It seems like it's coming up really fast. IFAST. All right. Okay. So that will be. Let me just stop the poll for now. All right. And that would be it, right? So that would be it. So thank you so much, guys, for those of you who have participated in the poll. I hope that these 8 to 9 stocks are what you are asking for. If yes, that's good. All right. So I'll pretty much dive into the stocks right away. All right. These stocks that you're asking about. And for those of you who have just joined us, make sure you stay all the way to the end. I mean, we have pretty much covered the markets. Now we're looking at the stocks that you guys are asking about. And then what happens is at the end of this Facebook live session, all right, I'll be sharing with you just one stock, right? Just one stock that is in my watch list. We saw a couple of good, bullish movement over the past few months. There's some bullish signals on my system as well. So I'll share with you just one stock at the end, all right, after covering all the stocks that you guys are asking about, right? So make sure you stay all the way to the end. If you want to know what stock is that and what to do with it, right? So let me just dive into the stocks that you guys are asking about right away, and that will be the first one, which will be ST Engineering, right? So this is live, guys. So ST Engineering, let's take a look at it right now. ST Engineering. So what do you guys think about it? So this ST Engineering trading about $3.95, right? Is it looking a little bit like bullish or more bearish? Let me know in the chat what you guys think about ST Engineering. I think for those of you asking about it, let me know in the chat what is your take on ST Engineering. Okay, bearish. I think maybe you can say that it's a bit bearish, at least a bit of sideways. We have bearish as well. All right, so let's go into discover right here. What is ST Engineering doing? So you can see that over the past, I would say since March, about 4 to 5 months now, we are seeing a little bit of a resistance level. I think all of you can see this resistance. I pretty much drawn it. I think it was in my watch list as well, and that would be the $4 all right, and 20 cents level. Look at this right here, $4.20. We kind of like touch it like one time, we neared it, we came down, we touch it, we saw a bearish candle, it came down, and we have been pretty much seeing a little bit of resistance about 420. So I think if you're looking to sell, you can do so near that 420, whether is it like 418 or 417 or 419. Yeah, I mean, somewhere around there, that's where selling can actually come back again, right? Unless we were to break that level, then good, that's where we might see more upside coming back all the way to maybe like 440, which was the kind of like the previous high we've seen somewhere in 2020, about 2 years back. That would be the level to watch after 420, right? But what would be the support right now? So I think that right now we are seeing a bit of support. Let me just quickly draw, I think right here. It seems like there is a little bit of support around the 390 to 395. Let me just draw it for you. You can see we kind of like touch it just about June, about 2 months back. We touch it, we kind of rebounded. It was also kind of like a little bit of a resistance level. We broke up. You can see the rally actually started. We swing up, down, all right, and that's where we saw that consolidation. So I think the range right now, all right, good. We are kind of like nearing this support level. So it seems like we're slowly seeing a bit of weakness, all right, breaking that $4, not a good thing in the short term, but we might actually head towards this 390, right? So 390 to 395 would become like the range for now, right? Just by looking at the past prices, that was originally the resistance. As I say, we broke up, is now the support, and there was one confirmation. So not a really like a very, very strong confirmation because we only tested this support level once, right? And that was here in June, right? 22nd of June, right here, we can't touch it, consolidated above for a couple of like 1 week, and then we started to see a rebound. So not really tested really well, but it seems like that is pretty much the near-term support for now. So you just want to be careful. I mean, if we do break below 390, then unfortunately not so good. If that happens, then we might see it retracing back down to its previous range right here. And of course, this would be a very, very key level. You can see, let me just put this in red in color in case we were to break the 390, right? So for those of you who are looking to like, get in on dips near like 391, 92 to catch the rebound, that's possible as well. But you want to have a plan. I mean, in case you're going for the short term, have a plan to stop loss or get out in case it breaks the 390, all right? That is where we can actually head lower, all right, to that next critical support level. I think that would be very clear. I think that's around this 365 level. I mean, look at this right here. We can like touch it, rebounded, we rebounded about 3-4 times, rebounded right here. So that 365, 370, we near it. I think that's where some bargain hunting can actually come back again, right? So that is for ST Engineering. It looks quite okay for now, all right? In the short term, we are indeed seeing a bit of weakness. I mean, in the short term, because we went below that $4. $4 is a psychological level. We went below it, so a bit of weakness, but I think if we can hold above that 390, all right, it's like 1-2 days. Let's see how it plays out. But if we can hold above 390, it's still quite okay. We might see a potential rebound, right? Not all the way up, but maybe to around at 420, all right, 415 level, and that's where some bargain hunting can actually come back again, right? So that is the range for ST Engineering right now. For those of you who were actually asking for ST Engineering, let me know. Just type yes in the chat if you are actually the one who are asking about ST Engineering, right? Let me know. Before we move on to the second stock, all right? Okay, yes. So I hope you guys have a clearer idea of the first stock, which will be ST Engineering, all right? Just type a 2, guys. For those of you who have just joined us, type a 2 in the chat, right? Type a 2 in the chat if you want to go on to the second stock, and that would be UOB, right? UOB. So the first stock will be ST Engineering, right? Second stock, UOB, AEM, Wilmar, Rex International, SamuderaShipping, OCBC, SETS, and finally IFAST. I hope that these stocks are what you guys are asking about because we have done live poll just now, all right? And we try to see if we can cover more later as well, all right, if you have more time, but I'll try to keep this session short, maybe about an hour plus, all right? So let's just see, right? So number 222, all right? So let's go ahead right now, okay, and talk about the next one, which is UOB, right? UOB right here. Let's just see what is UOB doing right here. All right, so this is UOB trading at about that $27, right? So yeah, just right at $27. So let's just see what has happened to UOB. You can see that we saw quite a huge sell down since like March. All right, look at this right here. We were like 32 plus, 33, and we kind of broke certain support like 30 and 31 and went all the way down. You can see this green line. The 20 days moving average was just sloping down like nobody's business, right? Just sloping down because prices was below it. So not good, all right? Not good. In the short term, we broke a couple of support. And somewhere around here, right, just like last month, we saw this green line starting to flatten out as we found support around that $26. So let me just draw it for you. I think there's a little bit of a support right here around that 26 level, right? So consolidated above for like about 3 weeks from 26 to 27. Eventually went above 27. The upside happened. All right. But I think over the past like 1-2 weeks, there was some news coming out. UOB, I think the results came out slightly below expectation, and we saw some selling coming back. So we actually attempted to break this level. All right. So I mentioned about this level in my previous Facebook live as well. That would be the 28 level. You can see it was like the resistance. We broke and it went all the way up. Look at this support here, support, and of course we broke down here, it went down. And look at this right here. So we actually attempted to break that 28 level. Actually, if we do break the 28 level, which we did like for one day, but the next day it came back down because of the the results announcement and all that. So if we actually stayed below that we actually stay above that 28 level, it's actually not too bad, right? It's not too bad. We might actually push towards that like $30, all right, upside all the way, right? But it seems like, results came out below expectation about 2 weeks back. We went below that 28, and of course we stayed below 28, and now it's like starting to come down. So I would say that for this UOB is looking a little bit shaky, all right, because the fact that we kind of like went back below 28, and right now, over the past 1 week, all right, let me just show you what I mean. So over the past week, look at this, just about like, so today is like the Thursday, all right, and this was on the 16th of August, which would be kind of like on Tuesday, right? So on Tuesday, we got this little red bar right here, right? So it shows that this $27, we are kind of like attempting to break that 27. So the range is like 27 to 28 right here, okay? But it seems like we are attempting to kind of like break this $27 as well. So you just want to be careful, all right? Today, we kind of like closed just at about like 27. It like went all the way down, all right? Closed somewhere at 27, but we got what we call a long upper shadow. Let me just show you what I mean. So this is what we call something like a shooting star, right? Shooting star is just a name for a candle. It just shows that we opened here, all right? We went all the way up to about that 20. I think the high of the day was what? About 27.43, right? 27.43, all right? That was like the day high, all right? And it was like actually a green bar you see in the morning, right? But what happened was sellers came back and pushed it down, and it closed at 27. So when we see like a bar like this, what we call like a shooting star or like a long upper shadow, it means that the high of the day is very high, and then sellers came back to push prices down, and it closed somewhere at a day low. That can just mean that sellers are still here, all right? And yeah, because of this bar and the fact that we are still just hovering just below 27. So you just want to be a bit more careful in the short term. I think if we stay below 27 in the next few days or maybe next week, that's where unfortunately we might see a little bit of weakness coming back again, downside back to that 26, right? 26. Why? Because that was where we kind of rebounded in like about 1 month, 2 months back, right? So that could be kind of like the downside if we were to stay below 27, all right, in the next few days as well. So just monitor. I think that is a key level for now. 27 is kind of like the support whereby we are attempting to break down. And look at this, right? Look at this green line. As I mentioned, this green line is the 20 days moving average. When we kind of like broke this green line, look at it, right? We broke the green line, started to point up, and we saw this rally. We saw this rally moving up. Okay, let me just draw it for you. Right here, we broke this 27, as I said, we broke 28, 27. We saw the rally up, and you can see this green line started to point up. But right now, you can see that this green line, the 20 days moving average, is starting to flatten out, right? Starting to flatten out. And we are kind of like below, all right, this 20 days moving average. So not a good thing, right? Not a good thing, as I say, we go below the 20 days moving average. And I think if we still stay below 27, this green line, all right, this green line, let me just draw it for you. I think this green line will start to, like point down. Can you see? I mean, it was at the point down. I'm not too sure whether it point down, but if we stay below 27, it might happen. It might start to point down. And, same thing here. If we see this green line pointing down and prices below it, not a good thing in the short term. We might, slowly head lower towards that, as I say, the 26 level, right? So that would be UOB for now, right? So yeah, just see if we can hopefully hold above 27. If not, just want to be careful, all right? So that is UOB and pretty much stock number 2, right? The third one would be, next one would be AEM. Let me just go ahead to cover AEM very quickly. I think AEM is one of those popular stocks as well in the tech sector in Singapore. In fact, one of the more defensive tech stocks compared to like UMS and Frankel and many others, right? I think UMS is one of those pretty heavyweight, good blue chip tech stocks. All right, and let's take a look at where we are right now. All right, trading about $4.54, right? $4.54. So I actually kind of like covered this stock. I mean, it was in my watch list kind of like last week as well. And this level, the $4.30 level, was actually really key. Right? You can see that it was like the resistance in 2021. You can see we touched a couple of times. Let me just put it in black in color. All right, look at this. We touch it, and when we broke this like $4.30, you can see the upside actually started swing up, swing down, and then we broke down certain support. It went all the way down, right? So this 430, look at this. This 430 is key, right? When we break the 430, the selling actually happened, all right? When we become like saw weakness in the market, we broke the 430, and over the past I would say 2-3 weeks, we managed to get above 430. So that's a good sign, all right? In fact, there were some targets that were drawn as well, from 430 all the way up to, let me just see, right? 430 all the way up to around that 470 level, right? Let me just go to see what happens, what some of the targets that we draw as well, all right? And that was let me just see. All right, so yeah, you can see that this was some of the targets. Let me just quickly show you what was some of the targets that we have kind of like projected as well. You can see this was somewhere around like 28 July, where we kind of like attempted to break that 430. All right, I kind of like drawn all these lines, and it was in my watch list. All right, and we kind of like attempted to break this 430. It was like 432, and there were some targets that were drawn all the way to like 470. So this was like before anything even play out, right, guys? So this was before anything ever play out. The targets were drawn to 470, or that was in 28th of July. So sometimes I would just do a quick screenshot of the target. All right, so let's put it back here. All right, and it seems like it has played out, and this is where we are right now. Let me just go to put it in green in color, all the way up to that 470. So yeah, we kind of like touched 470 just a few days back, and we actually saw selling coming back. So I think some of you might be curious, how did I know that 1 month ago, 28th of July, which I showed you just now, right, it would actually hit to 470. Well, of course, I don't know about it, right, but that's kind of like the projected targets, right? And how do I get that level? Is because this 470, right? So let me just show you right here. This 470 is actually a resistance level, right? And that's where we can project selling coming back again. You can see right here, we touch it once. That was in last year, February. All right, we came down, all right? And look at this, right? It was also the support level. It was a little bit of a support level whereby when we broke down, we started to see selling. So a little bit of a support here as well. So resistance one, support, all right, support broken down here as well, so support, and now obviously that would be kind of like the resistance level, right? So we kind of like touch it and came back down, right? So my thoughts on AEM is that we are actually looking quite bullish. As I said, we broke this 430, all right? There were some upside targets that were drawn all the way to 470, and we kind of like touch it and saw a little bit of profit taking. It's like coming back now, right now, 454. But what happens is if it does dip to maybe around that, I'm not too sure whether it will come back down to like 430 again, but 430, okay, let me just change this red line to green in color, right? So 430, as I say, would now be the resistance turn support level. So it's green in color. That will be pretty much the range for now, for 430 to 470, right? 430 to 470 is like a 40 cents range. So I think we near this like 430 to 440, we might actually see some support coming back. In fact, I think over the past few days, it kind of like went to a low around like 448, and then buyers are starting to come back up. So it looks quite bullish actually for AEM. It's one of those tech stocks, but you want to take note because many of those tech stocks even in the US, because there are talks about inflation easing and rate hikes being less aggressive and all that. The tech stocks are starting to see some strength as well. All right, so this is AEM, right? This is AEM. If we do break the 470, let's see where we can potentially head to. I think it's pretty much back to that psychological $5 level. Look at this. This was pretty much the resistance here in April before the sell down. All right, so $5, and after $5, it is pretty much back to the 540, right? 540, right? So that is for AEM right now. I'll just shift it back down. I think that is pretty much the range on dips to maybe 430 to 440. You can consider. I think it looks quite good. Anything above 430 to 440 for now for AEM. Okay, so that is AEM, right? So let's move on to stock number 4, right? Stock number 4, which would be Wilmar, right? Guys, just type a 4. If you guys are still following me, type a 4. If you found some value so far and what I say makes sense, you're like kind of like following me, just type a 4 in the chat, or you can help me. All right, just go ahead to like and share this video as well. All right, so we can reach out to more people. And if I've covered your stocks, I would really appreciate if you can like and share. All right, thank you so much. So like and share. There should be a heart shape button at the bottom. Let me just see. All right, so there should be a heart shape button at the bottom. Just like and share. Give me some love and heart as well. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And that's what I'm seeing, guys. So yeah, awesome. Okay, good. So that's it, right? So yeah, we have a lot of hearts. Thank you guys for all the hearts and all that. Okay, good. So for those of you who are new, right, basically, if you're joining us live on this Facebook live session, you can go ahead to go to overview. So if you're using your mobile phone, which one I'm doing as well, I'm looking at it, you can see, go to overview, all right, and there should be a little bell icon, right? So go to overview at the bottom, all right? So yeah, thanks for all the hearts and love. All right, so go to overview, and there should be a bell icon at the top right-hand corner, all right, top right-hand corner, and click on the bell icon, right? Click on the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever we go live in the future. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much how you can join us. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Right, so pretty much we have covered like 3 stocks already. All right, ST Engineering, UOB, and AEM. For those of you who miss any parts, not to worry, you can watch the replay on my Facebook page, or just like and share this video so that you will actually see the video on your homepage as well. If you share it, I think you will see this on your Facebook page as well. All right, so let's move on to the 4th stock, which would be Wilmar. All right, Wilmar. Let's see what is Wilmar. I think one of those really popular. I think we have covered it as well, right, in the last Facebook live session. So let me just go through very quickly. I think Wilmar is one of those popular stocks, right, in the palm oil, all right, sector, and we have been holding above this level. Look at this line. I think I joined it previously in the Facebook live. This is a very, very thick green line. You can see right here. And why do I put it so thick and not very thin? Is because I think this is a really good support. We have been holding above it, I would say, for like more than 2 years now, since like July 2020. Now it's like August 2022. So it's like more than 2 years already. We have rebounded a couple of times. Look at this right here. Rebounded. All right. And just last 2 weeks back, rebounded again after nearing it, right? So that is that key support level, the $4. So far, we have been rebounding from this level each time we near it, all right, for the past 2 years, right? For the past 2 years. So that's a good thing, right? That shows that buyers are still trying to defend that level. You can take a look at the market depth. I think we are pretty much seeing a lot of buying pressure as we neared it, right? So the range would be somewhere around to that 420, all right, to maybe the 430. All right, I can like shift it up a little bit because over the past like few weeks, it seems like we have kind of touched the 430. All right, so let me just draw it for you. You can see that this 430 is a little bit, it was like a 420, 430 range, but just to tighten it up a bit, you can see that 430 was in fact the resistance. We broke it, went all the way up. Support here, broken down. Look at this, a little bit of support here, somewhere in November. Support again, supported. We broke down here, swing up, down. Look at this, it swings up and down. So we might actually consolidate in this range right now, right? So that is pretty much the range, $4 to about the 430, right? And look at this 430, right? You can see that. Let me just zoom in for you, right? You can see that this 430 is also where the longer term moving averages are as well. This is the red line. The red line is the 100 days moving average. The blue line is the 200 days moving average. Obviously, both of these lines are pointing down right now. But you can see it kind of like coincides with the $4.30 mark, right? You can see we sold off, right? So this was where we sold off once in May. You can see we touched, came down. Same thing, just last week we touched, came back down. So I think that is pretty much the range for now, from $4 to about 430, right? So if you're looking to get in on dips, you want to get in like 405 or 4, now it's like 416, right? 416. So it's a little bit like, I mean, now it's like somewhere in the middle, right? So probably not want to enter somewhere in the middle because you can like go up and down. But if it nears that like $4 support level, does it make sense, right? If it nears that $4 support level, that is where you can pretty much time your entry to kind of like catch the rebound, all right? As it starts to push up again, maybe to 430, you can think about getting out again or take some profit, right? But just have a plan, right? Because right now, even though $4 is a very, very good support level, we never know whether it will break, right? Because for the past 2 years, it has been holding really well, great, all right, rebounded many times, great, but doesn't mean it rebound 5 times means the 6th time it will not. It will do it again, right? It can also break, right? So if it does break the $4, then you want to have a plan, right? You want to plan to maybe get out, use some exposure, because if we do break the $4, that can be a not so good thing. We might actually see some weakness. The moving averages might actually turn down. All right, and we might go to like maybe 380, 360. That could become like the next downside actually, right? We're looking at after the $4 level from 360 to 380, we might see a little bit of support coming back in, right? So just take note, right? The range right now is from $4 to about 430, right? And that would be for Wilmar for now. It's a little bit more sideways in the short term as we consolidate over here. Okay, let's move on to the fifth stock. All right, and that would be Rex International, right? So Rex International. Let me just go to the cover, all right, and let's just see where we are right now. Okay, so let's just go to the cover, right? So I think I've pretty much talked about this stock in the previous Facebook live session as well. Let me just go to draw. I think this one will make it cleaner. All right, that would become like the persistent. Let me just draw it very, very quickly. So this is live, guys. So give me some time. All right, and let me go to analyze it for you live. That would be a little bit of a persistence here. So normally when I pull out any chart, we're going to just go draw what we call the horizontal support and resistance level. So we know where we are right now in relation to all these horizontal or key price levels that can, give us a gauge of, what is the range? Are we a little bit more bullish or bearish? What is the trend saying in terms of the moving averages? By drawing all these lines, it gives us a better understanding, right? So one more line right over here. Let me just draw it for you here, okay? And that would become like the support level, okay? So this is Rex International. So I think I covered this stock in my previous Facebook live session. I talked about it, in terms of weakness coming back because we are seeing what we call something like head and shoulder pattern, right? So what is a head and shoulder pattern? It's a little bit more of a bearish pattern. So let me just draw it for you again. This is something like what we call a head, a left shoulder, a right shoulder. That means it just shows a little bit of a weakness. That means for the right shoulder, you can see that it didn't really like push up, all right? It just went up a little bit and then sellers came back and start pushing it back down. So something like a head and shoulder pattern with a neckline support at that 0.26 level, right? 0.26 level. And why would that be a good support? You can see that we rebounded a couple of times since November, all right? In fact, since October last year, rebounded, and unfortunately, all right, since like last month in July, we broke this 0.26 level. So not a good thing, right? Not a good thing. I mean, we actually stayed above 0.26 and rebound from it. That could be a good thing. We might see, like some upside happening, maybe all the way up to like 3.2 or all the way up back here again. But it seems like we have broken this 0.26. All right, that has been pretty much holding since October last year for about like 8 to 10 months. We have been holding above, but we broke it. So not a good thing. All right. And obviously we're still below that 0.26 level, right? So what is the range right now? Right. So you can see, guys, when we broke this, like this 0.26 level, this green line, this green line, as I say, the green line would be the 20 days moving average, the short-term moving average. It was still sloping down, right? Sloping down, and we broke it, and it went lower to about 0.22. So I think support right now, you can see quite clearly around 0.22. Why? We've kind of like touched it twice. All right, today we kind of like went to a low of about 0.22, all right, and kind of rebounded from it. All right, so yeah, that is pretty much a near-term support level. After 22, then we might actually go lower to 20 cents or maybe 18 cents. All right, so that could be the downside if that level break. But it seems, right, like over the past 1 month, all right, we are seeing a little bit of a sideways consolidation, right? Why? Look at this. As I say, this green line is the 20 days moving average. So it was pointing down, right? As I mentioned, like since June, it was like pointing down. And over the past like 1-2 weeks, you can see that this green line right here is starting to what we call flatten out. Does it make sense? Right, flatten out. That means we are in what we call a sideways consolidation in the short term. And what would be the sideways consolidation range be? Very clearly, is this right here from 0.22 to 0.26, right over here. So that is pretty much the sideways consolidation range, right? 22 to 26, about like 4 cents, right? And we are pretty much just moving up and down, right? So when can we actually start to see more upside or like a reversal happening? I think yes, that can happen, but only if we were to break this 0.26. So this 0.26, as I say, was the support. So let me just change this to red in color, put it a bit thicker. All right, so yeah, that is pretty much. If you can break the 2.6 right here, I mean, let me just draw it for you. I think, as I say, we are back to this sideways consolidation from 0.22, swing down, up, start swinging down, it might swing up again, up, down, and yeah, we want to see it like really break that 2.6, right? If we can break 2.6, and if that happens, I think this green line will start to point up, prices going above it. That could all point to some signs of the short-term trend turning up as well. We might start to see a bit more reversal. I mean, there's the upside happening to maybe the 30 to 32 cents. But right now, unfortunately, we're still below 2.6. All right, so let's just see how it plays out. But just take note of the levels for now: 2.2 to 2.6. That is pretty much the range for now. All right, and that would be Rex International. That would be like stock number 5. Stock number 5, right? So let's move on to stock number 6, right? Stock number 6, which will be what we call SamuderaShipping, right? SamuderaShipping. Let's take a look at it right here. Let's take a look and see, right? So SamuderaShipping was actually one of those stocks where I covered as well over the past few months. I think some of my clients, how many of you are actually my clients of mine in Phillip Securities? Just type a yes in the chat if you are actually a client of mine in Phillip Securities. Let me know so I know how many of you are actually my clients, or some of you may be public, or maybe your friends have introduced you to join this Facebook Live. Just let me know. Type a yes in the chat if you are a client of mine in Phillip, so that I know that who you guys are. All right. Yes. Wow. Okay. Seems like there's a lot of you. My clients. Thank you so much. Hi, Silver, Alice, Wolfie, Bernard, Sean, Jimmy. Thank you so much. BJ. Thomas, awesome. Thomas, yes. Tom, good to see you here as well. Okay, Alfred, William, Kasa, Chris, yes. So I can see your comments, guys. Keep it coming, right? Irene, yes, good to see you. Hi, Bing Lai, awesome. So most of you are my clients. Thank you so much. So I hope you gave some value. For those of you who are not my clients in Phillip, what happens is many of those clients of mine, we have actually this WhatsApp broadcast whereby we do share some of those ideas, which is definitely a bit faster than a Facebook live session or to do a video and all that. So we do share some of these ideas by WhatsApp live on a daily basis. Some of those stocks that you might watch this, looking to enter, maybe exited, but looking to get in again at certain levels. If it does hit there, all right. So we have this live WhatsApp broadcast. So if you're not yet a client, and I don't know why, all right, but if you're not yet a client, you are just pretty much trading on your own, all right, online. You log in, just buy and sell, no ideas, no trading, no idea who your broker even is, all right? It's just a hotline or something like that. Make sure you come on board as a client of mine, all right? So at least you get some support, and then you get some of our ideas faster as well, all right? And make sure you come on board as a client. I tell you what, maybe I'll just place the link. I think some of you are asking me how. So let me just go to place the link in the chat for those of you who are not yet a client of mine in Phillip Securities, all right? So it's completely free, all right? You open a free trading account, all right? I just placed the link there. So just go through the information. All right, my team will be in touch with you, and I'll speak with you personally once the account is ready. But this is pretty much for those of you who are not yet a client of mine in Phillip Securities. You definitely want to check it out, right? Don't just most other brokers, I don't know. If you're just trading online, not much support and all that, make sure you want to come on board ASAP. All right, okay. So yes. Pretty much, guys, this is the Facebook Live. So let's see how many of you are on board. We have like almost 200 of you on board already. So let's just see. And we have covered the markets, right? The Dow Jones and even the Straits Times Index already. Okay, and we have also covered like 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks already. ST Engineering, UOB, AEM, Wilmar, and Rex International, right? So I hope you guys have gotten some value out of the stocks that I've shared. And right now, we're going to SamuderaShipping. One of those stocks that I like, very strong, firm uptrend. We started to push up, saw some profit taking coming back. But where are we right now? Let's go to take a look and see if we can, kind of find out where are we heading in the next few weeks or maybe next few days, right? So let's take a look, right? So this is SamuderaShipping. You can see that. Let me just zoom out. You can see that this is one of those longer term uptrending counter. Why? Very simple. Look at this. This red line is what we call the 100 days moving average. So it's pointing up most of the time. All right, prices kind of like near it, and we kind of push away from it as well. This red line, you can see, as we near it, we push away. That's the first one. Second one is this blue line. It's a 200 days moving average. All right, it's a longer term moving average, and obviously it's still pointing up right now. And the red is above the blue. So long term wise, I think this is one of those pretty decent, strong uptrending counter. All right, in the long term. But of course, in the short term, doesn't mean short term means you'll go up every day, right? Short term, we can go up a certain level. Profit taking can come back, we might hit down and then find support and rebound again, right? So that's what has happened, right? So short term, a bit of profit taking as we consolidate. All right, so let's take a look at where we are right now. So I think right now this level is key, all right? And that would be this 0.95 level. So let me just go ahead to explain to you here. All All right. Okay, let me just show you. Right. So this was pretty much the resistance level. You can see that this was like somewhere around April to May. All right, we consolidated from like about 0.85 to 95 up and down. So that is where we are seeing this resistance. And when we broke this, look at this, right? So it's a bit of resistance here. When we broke this 0.95, you can see it's traded up. We retrace back down, right? Retrace back down here. And we neared 95 and we started to go up again. And now we are back down again, right? So this 95, 0.95 seems like a little bit of a very good strong support, all right? And in fact, okay, let me just show you what I mean, right? So this is what we call a reversal candle, right? Something like a cross, or we call it a doji, all right? And you can see it happens right around the $1 to 0.95 level when we kind of like sold off, and next day started to rebound back up. So the fact that we saw this doji here, it can show that it's a kind of like a reversal signal. We sit near a support level. In this case, 95 to $1, all right, 0.95 to $1. I think that is that 5 cents range there where buyers are starting to come back up. I think not too bad, right? That's where buying pressure can come back again. So over the past few days, let me just see, right? Over the past few days, it seems like we have down, we've gone down, and we saw this green bar yesterday. I think the low was what, 945, all right? And we saw buyers coming up and close at what? $1. It closed at $1. I think today we are at 98. So yeah, it seems like this 95 is kind of like holding, right? So this will be the level, right? I think 0.95 is key. Of course, it's only like 1 day, right? It's only like, about 2 days. So that could become like the support level for now, all right? From 95 all the way up to about the $1.10, right? Why 110? Look at this. 110 is where we come broke down, all right, here. All right, broke down, so the trade down. And of course, you can see it come like tallies or coincides with the 20 days, right? The 20 days moving average line is right here as well. So that's about the 110. All right, after 110, then we can shift it up, maybe all the way up to that 130. But I think that is pretty much the range right now, right? That's pretty much the range right now. Okay, so yeah, I think Samudera is one of those, as I say, pretty decent longer term uptrend stock. We have covered this stock. I think clients have been alerted to it somewhere around here as well. In June, July, we can't cover it. We broke like the 80, 85 cents. There were some targets that were drawn and it started to push up. And right now we are seeing some weakness, which can actually be a good opportunity, all right, to time our entry to get in again, especially if we see some support coming back. So yeah, maybe you can wait a few days if we hold above that 95, let's say, and maybe even like a bullish reversal candle coming out, like a hammer or like maybe a doji like what we saw over here, that could all point to some upside coming back all the way to 110 again. All right, so yeah, this is SamuderaShipping. I think it still looks good. Let's just see where we can actually find this support, and if 95 would to hold, I think it can actually be a good opportunity to load up to kind of like catch the rebound all the way to 110 and maybe even to 130. All right, so that would be SamuderaShipping. All right, so I think we have some of these questions coming up. Leo, I have a Philips Securities account, but not your client. Can I switch over to you? Yes, you can. Leo, just go to click on the link I just placed in the chat. All right, just fill up your details, and my team will get in touch with you. All right, and that's just where we can check if your account can be transferred over to me and all that. All right, and once you're a client, yeah, that's where you can get some of our ideas much faster by WhatsApp. I think many of you are my clients over here. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And I hope you found some value in many of the videos that I sent to you, or maybe even the Facebook live session like this, and even like the WhatsApp ideas that I share with you guys as well. Right. So I hope you guys found some value in it. Right. So yeah, let me know in the chat. Yeah. I mean, if you are not a client, all right, just go ahead to click on the link. All right. And that's where I look forward to speak with you once your account is ready under me, right? And that's where you can be added to the WhatsApp broadcast, right? Especially for those who are trading on their own, no service at all, no trading, no ideas, no WhatsApp, don't know who your broker is. This is a hotline. Yeah, you don't pay anything more. I think it's a very misconception that you come on board and don't have to pay anything more. We get this question a lot, guys. No, you don't pay anything more, right? It's exactly the same as what you are paying when you're trading anyway, right? You don't pay anything more. It's the same, SAME. Same, all right? So you don't pay anything more, all right? So there's nothing to worry about. You just go on to trade as per normal, but at least you get some service, all right? Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which would be like OCBC, right? Let's take a look at OCBC. Okay, good. I think we have one of my clients asking me about OCBC today, all right? And I think OCBC is one of those like more defensive banking stocks for now, all right? It's trading about $12.39, right? $12.39. Thank you, Lily. You're saying good service. Appreciate it, Lily. Okay, so this is OCBC, $12.39. We were actually kept below the $12 mark. In fact, I drawn this resistance level right here. You can see quite clearly, right? $12 is a psychological resistance level, right? We broke up, started to rally. Same thing over the past, I would say, like 3 to 4 months, we were actually kept below $12. $12 is a psychological resistance level. But over the past 2 weeks, good thing, we managed to climb back above the $12. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. There's a more strength coming in the short term. Of course, focus on the green lines. I say the green lines, the 20 days moving average is still pointing up. All right, you can see when we broke the 1150. So this 1150, in case you don't know about it, let me just show you. 1150 was a little bit of a resistance here, and when we broke 1150, you can see the upside actually started, right? The upside started, and of course the green line started to turn up as well. All right, so 1150, $12 got broken as well, and that is now the range, right? 12 to 12.50, right? Quite clearly is like a 50 cents range, and $12 is also where the moving averages are. Look at this. As I say, this green line is like kind of like nearing. Let me just like zoom in for you. This green line is a 20 days moving average. It's obviously nearing the $12, so it kind of like provide what we call a little bit of a dynamic support level as well. All right, and yeah, so $12 would become like the range. So let me just draw it for you from 12 to 12.50. So we kind of like sold off like last week. All right, I'm not too sure what's the news and all that, but yeah, I kind of like sold off. We neared it. You can see it started to rebound back up again. All right, started to rebound back up again, and we are like 12.39. So still below 12.50. So we'll see, right? I think just take note. I think if you can like break this 12.50, all right, 12.50 level, you can see, right? We touch it a couple of times already, right? Look at this, right? 1, 2. That was like last year. Look at this, right? 3, 4. And now, just like last week, we touched it and it came down, and now we are nearing it. So if we can break that 12.50, right? We can break the 12.50 or maybe the 12.50, 12.60 level. I think, all right, the upside can be not too bad, right? We might start to see more upside momentum coming back, right? XD, I think CPL, you're saying it's XD for OCBC. Yeah, probably. I think that's the reason why it dropped, right? So it's not like some bad news. It's just ex-dividend date. You give out some dividend, normally your price will drop accordingly by the dividend amount, right? So thanks, CPL. All right, but yeah, as I say, 12.50 would be that level you want to watch. If we break the level, I think more upside can come back to maybe 13 to that 13.50. All right, 13.50 level. Why? Because that was where we kind of like touch it just before the sell down in the market in February. That was kind of like the high. A little bearish candle right here and start to sell. So that could become like the upside. 12.50, break it. All right, 13 to 13.50. That could be the next possible upside. Right. So that is OCBC. Right. So let's move on to the next one. It should be like SET services. Right. SET services. So for those of you who are still joining us and you're still here, all right. Thank you so much. As I say, right now we have covered some stocks that you guys are asking about. We have done a live poll. All right. We have done a live poll. Let me just quickly see the poll. All right, let me just quickly see, right? So that was the poll that we have done. Let me see if we can cover a few more, but we have covered a few like Wilmar, ST Engineering, even the UOB, and all that, right? So we see more time to cover more, but that was a live poll that we done just now, and we are kind of like going through the stock that you guys are asking about, okay? And let me just go ahead to continue, right? But make sure you stay all the way to the end, because as I say, at the end of it all, I'll be sharing with you guys one stock, right? One stock that has been on my watch list. I think it's not too bad. I'd like to share with you guys so that you guys can put it in your watch list as well to see what it says over the next few days or maybe next week. All right. And make sure you stay all the way to the end, right? So let's just dive back into the stocks that you guys are asking about first, right? So SETS, I think SETS Services, one of those stocks that many of you are asking about. Let's take a look at it right now, right? So this is SETS trading about 4.16, right? So I kind of like drawn this resistance level here about the 410 because we actually have been kept below this 410, right? Since like June, right? For like 2 months, you can see got sold off, rebounded, swing down, swing up, swing down, swing up. And over the past like, few days, we managed to break this 410 level. So that is a good sign, all right? In terms of the short term, we are actually attempting to find a new high, right? So that's the first thing. So normally when we see a stock kind of like, consolidating, touch a couple of times and it comes back down a level, a resistance level, and then the next time it touch it and it didn't come back down, it actually broke it and you kind of like attempt to find a new high. That's a sign of strength from buyers, right? And that could be confirmed in terms of the moving averages as well. So let me just focus on the 20 days moving average. As I say, right, this 20 days moving average, right, it's the short-term moving average was like just pointing down since May. Of course, when the market sold off, you can see this went all the way down. So this green line was just like sloping down, down, down. and flattening out as it consolidates. And right now, as it broke that 410 level, all right, you can see that this green line obviously is like stopping up right now, right? Stopping up right now. So that's a good thing, right? Green line stopping up, price above, and we broke the 410. That could be a good thing. We might start to see a bit more upside. Let's see where we can potentially hit to. So this 410 would be what we call the support level, like a resistance turn support. All right, and you can see, right, when we broke that 410 level here, you can see it started to swing up and went all the way up here when we broke the 410. All right, so yeah, that could be kind of like the move right now as we broke the 410. But let's see where we can potentially hit to the near term target or resistance. I think maybe somewhere around here. Let me just draw this red line right here. That would become like the next upside targets right over here around the $4.30 mark, right? 430, right? Why? You can see, yeah, it was a little bit of a support here. You can see, right? Support, and it was a resist. Okay, sorry, let me just draw it for you. So it's a bit of a resistance here, turn a couple of support when we broke down. So right now, that could become like the level from 410 to 430. We might start to push there, maybe a bit of profit taking near 430. If we can get past 430, great. That's where we can see it like it happening like last time again, all the way up to maybe like the 460 level. All right, that could be kind of like the move right after, sorry, above the 430 level, right? So yeah, that is for stats. I think anything right now above the 410, which would be like the near-term support, it still looks quite bullish. The green line is stopping up, right? 410 to 430. If that breaks, then we might kind of like revise our target all the way to 460. Okay, so that would be stats right now, a little bit bullish in the short term. Okay, longer term. What do you guys think about the longer term trend? So as I said, right, in the longer term and the short term, it can be different, right? So short term, we might move up and down, we might hit a level, come back down, and then rebound again. That is, that is what can happen in the short term. But in the longer term, it can actually be a very, very strong uptrend in the long term, like SamuderaShipping recovered, or it could actually be a downtrend, just moving down and down, in the long term as well. It could be just sideways. So in this case, for the longer term, I think it is quite clearly for sets, it is what we call a sideways movement. Why? Just by looking at this range, you can see that this red and blue line. So longer term, just look at the red and blue line, the 100 days moving average and the 200 days moving average. You can see they are both like just flattening out, like moving sideways. All right. So yeah, it just shows that the longer term trend is just a bit of sideways. And obviously, I think you can see that this is the range is a little bit of a range right here over the past like 1 year plus, right? So let me just draw it for you right here. All right. And that is pretty much the range. You can see it's like about $3.80 to 460. We've just been moving up and down over the past like almost 2 years, right? Almost 2 years. That's the range in the longer term. Okay, so that's for sets services, right? So let's move on to the next one, right? So we've covered like ST Engineering, UOB, AEM, Wilmar, Rex International, SamuderaShipping, OCBC, SETS number 8, and finally number 9 would be IFAST, right? IFAST. So this is the last one, right? Last one before I share with you guys the stock that you guys are asking about. So I'll share with you the stock that one stock that is in my watch list that you guys can put in your watch list as well. So this is IFAST, right? So what do you guys think about IFAST? Let me know in the chat if you are bullish or bearish, or maybe about IFAST. Let me know in the chat. What are your thoughts on IFAST? Okay, so we have some of you putting your comments down. So let me know in the chat, guys, your thoughts on IFAST. Up, I think some of you are saying that it's a bit of a sideways. Richard, thank you. You're saying it's a little more bullish, question mark. Sean is bullish. Thank you. Hi, bullish. Thomas, I'm saying it's a bit of a down for now. Mr. He, I think it's a downtrend. Darren, bearish. Short term still bullish. Well, I reached short term still bullish. Let's examine that later. We have Jasmine, you're saying that it's a bottoming out. Cecilia getting bullish. Awesome. Okay, good. So let's go to find out what is the outlook for IFAST, right? So IFAST was actually one of those, in fact, one of the top performers in 2020, 2021. You can see that it was a really strong stock then. I think I've covered many times last year, last year when we saw the rally from like $2, $3 all the way up to about $10 or $9, and then we kind of like broke certain support. I thought, let me just draw it for you. I think this was some of the key support level, like the $8, right? So we were actually consolidating here, right here, and we broke a key support level then. All right, that would become like, look at this, right? Rebounded. Unfortunately, we broke the $8 then. That was somewhere around like beginning of the year, like December. And when that happened, there were signs of the trend turning down as well in terms of the moving averages all turning down. Look at this, right? The red line started to flatten, point down. The blue line started to point down as well. All right, and this green line obviously is just pointing down like all the way, right? So the moving averages also started to point down. So the trend has kind of like turned down somewhere around like December, January. There was some clear signs of the trend turning down already. So holding on to stock like this, you want to get out, especially if certain supports are broken. You want to get out and just like reduce your exposure and all that. You don't want to like hold all the way down, right? So that's why IFAST. It was a good stock, right? It was a good stock, very strong uptrend in 2020, 2021. All right, but unfortunately, when the tech stock started to sell down, we saw selling coming back. So in fact, we can actually draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line. So that was then, right? You can see very strong uptrend then. At this point in time, I mean, if you ask me in October and November, I'll still say it looks quite okay because it was holding above like $8 or $8.50 at this point in time, and the moving averages were still looking okay. But when it broke that, $8 mark, definitely some signs of weakness. And on my system, we also had a couple of like bearish signals coming out already, right? So so that was pretty much what has happened, right? So one of those tech stocks that saw a couple of selling pressure went down $8. We broke the 6, the 5, and we kind of like went to a low of around that $3, the $4 level, right? $4.380. I think that was a bit of support, right? So let me just see where we are right now, right? So I think as I mentioned, we had a couple of like bearish signals on the system. So let me see what it says on my system. All right, and okay, let me just show you what I mean. Okay, so for those of you who are new to, basically I have a system called 1GT, all right, one good trend, whereby it kind of like alerts us to counters like this, whereby we have like bullish or maybe even bearish signals that comes out, all right, and guide us on entry and even exit. So you're gonna find out a little bit more. I don't have time to talk too much about the whole framework or how the system works and all that. But if you want to find out a little bit more on pretty much the system and the whole strategy and framework behind, you can probably attend one of those web class. All right, they were still running. But let me just go to place the link in the chat. All right. So that you can kind of like click on the link for those of you who have not attended my web class. You can find a bit more on the system and all that. Click on the link in the web. Yeah, I'll place the link in the chat, and that's where click on it. All right, attend more of this web class to learn a bit more on the system and the strategy behind. So yeah, this is IFAST. You can see, as I say, it was one of those really good bullish counters in 2021. You can see a really good bullish candle, bullish signal right here. Pop up. It went from like about $3 to $6.50, got an exit and a couple of bullish signal, went up. But somewhere around here, right, as I say, somewhere around October, right, October 2021, right, that was when we had like the bearish signal coming out, all right. As I say, we broke certain like support, the $9, eventually the $8 gave way, right? And yeah, it started to come down, a bearish signal. So red arrow pointing down is not good, right? It's a bearish signal, don't go and buy, all right? So yeah, you can see another bearish signal came out, this went down. A bearish signal came down, and yeah, a couple of exits. So this white arrow pointing up are just exits. That means if you've like taken shots to ride the downside, you can actually like couple back. This shows that some buying pressure is coming back. All right, but doesn't mean it will like rebound all the way back up. This shows that you can probably like take some profit. All right, if you've taken shots, you can buy back or do some short covering to buy back the shorts, right? So a couple of bearish signal, right? Look at this, right? And the bar, look at this trend bar. So I have this system, as I say, it guides us on the trend as well. This is the trend bar. It was green, obviously, all right, until like October, November, started to turn to red, and it's still red for now, all right? So down, bearish signals since like December last year, all right? And let's just zoom in, or let me just zoom in to where we are right now, right? So over the past, I would say 2 weeks, right? Finally, so you can see like still very signal, right? But over the past 2 weeks, this was when on the 1st of August, right? 1st of August, which should be like about 2 weeks plus back, right? 1st of August. Today is the 18th of August, right? This is live, right? So on the 1st of August, right here, you can see that we had this finally, right? Finally, after like 6 to 8 months of like just bearish signal all the way, we had this bullish green arrow pointing up, bullish signal coming back up, right? So that could be a good thing. I know some of you might be curious and asking me, Joey, the bar at the bottom is still red. Then we got a bullish signal. How does it work, right? On that, right? So as I say, you'll find a bit more in the system and all that. You can tap one of those web class, all right? But right now, we got this bullish signal coming up, right? Even though the trend, so this trend will be a bit more on the longer term trend, but in the short term, as I say, if we break certain level, the resistance level, we can actually see some upside in the short term. So we got this bullish signal on the 1st of August, and right now you can see they started to push up today. I think it was quite a good move up. It was just consolidating and started to push up, and now we're like, 474. So there are no exits, right? So let's see where we can potentially head to. Let me just put it back to this, right? So that's the system. So if you want to find out a bit more, go ahead to attend one of those web classes. I've just placed the link in the chat already. All right, so click on it, right? So 474, right? So got a bullish signal about 2 weeks back, and this is where we are. So quite a good move, right? So all this while over the past like 1-2 months, we were actually consolidating right here, okay, from, let me show it here, right? From that 450 to that $4, right? So 450 to $4, like a 40 cents range, 50 cents range, right? 50 cents range, right? So yeah, $4 to 450, 50 cents range, right? Just moving up and down, okay? And it was consolidating the green line. You'll see this green line, 20 days moving average was just stopping down, flatten a little bit, down, and then we broke the 450, all right, and we were just consolidating here. So the move, right, above the 450 can actually be a good thing, right? It can actually be a good thing in the short term, right? In the short term. Why? All right, as I say, when we break certain resistance level, this was like a key resistance level. It was a support, turn resistance, and we saw quite a good bullish move. In fact, I think the volume today is like about more than 2 times above average. All right, MACD looks quite okay as well in terms of the momentum. All right, so it's starting to point up. So it actually looks quite okay in the short term, all the way up to maybe about the $5 first, $5, and then maybe to that 550. All right, so that is for IFAST. I think right now, anything above 450, we can actually see some short-term upside. But the key here is where to, right? Is it like all the way up or maybe to 550? My take or my sense is that I think we might see some movement up, maybe to 5 to 550. Anything in this range here, I think some profit taking or some selling can actually come back again, right? Can actually come back again. Why? Because the trend, all right, the trend can still be down for now in the longer term, right? Look at this. As I say, this reds and blue line, they are both stopping down for now. So it could be a good, technical rebound in the short term, like what we saw over here. Let me show you, right? So right over here, right, you can see we kind of like traded down, we rebounded, but then we started to sell down and push lower. So you kind of like see a bit of rebound. Same thing here. We sold off, we rebounded, and then we saw it trading even lower. All right. So each time we see like a technical rebound, it could be a good thing in the short term, but because the trend is still down in the longer term, sellers can actually come back again as we head to certain resistance level. In this case, 5 to 550, anything around there, I think selling might actually come back. All right. So yeah. So in terms of the trend, like turning up or like a reversal and everything is good, we will see a recovery all the way to like maybe $8 or $7 or $9. I think that still remains to be seen because we are still quite early. It's only like one day that we broke above the 450. All right. In fact, if we can near that, I think $5 over here, I think that would be like good enough already. I think that's where some profit taking can actually come back again. So longer term, just take note, we might still be down. We might still be in a downtrend. Short term, yes, it's quite bullish because we went above 450, but we can see selling coming back again as we near certain levels, right? So just take note of what levels would that be. 5 to 550, selling can actually come back again. Okay, then so that would be IFAST, right? That would be IFAST. So let me know, guys, if you guys are still here. I think we have like more than 200 of you on board already. All right, and if I've covered your stocks, guys, I've covered your stocks, and we've covered like 9 stocks already. ST Engineering, UOB, AEM, Wilmar, Rex International, SamuderaShipping, OCBC, SETS, and IFAST. If I've covered these stocks, right, and you have found some value in this Facebook Live, just type value. Just type value in the chat, right? Type value in the chat if you have like found some value so far. All right. Before we move on to the next part, and of course, give me a like and share as well. It would definitely help out. So hit the like and share button as well. That would really be helpful, right? So we have like more than 200 of you on board. Thank you so much for still staying all the way to here. We have gone on for like more than 1 hour plus already. All right. Value. Thank you. Iris, value, Stephen, value. Okay. David, value, Alan, value. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, good, value. Okay. So how many of you want me to share with you like just one? So as I mentioned, right, at the end of it all, I'll share with you like one stock that you can pretty much put in your watch list because I think it is looking quite okay. How many of you want me to share with you that one stock? Just type a bonus, type bonus below, type bonus in the chat if you want me to share with you just one Singapore stocks that you can put in your watch list for potentially more upside in the next few days or maybe next week. Type bonus in the chat. I want to see at least more than 20 of you typing bonus. If not, I will not share this stock. All right, type bonus in the chat. Awesome. All right, so we have bonus. Lynette, bonus. Darren, bonus. Cheryl, bonus. Jimmy, bonus. Maureen, bonus. Awesome. So I think I saw a few new names coming aboard. Welcome for those of you who have joined us your first time here. My name is Joey Choy, top tier advisor, trader in Philip Securities, and we do have some Facebook live sessions like this whereby we share some of those stocks that you guys are asking about. We do a quick overview of the markets, and right now, I will kind of like review to you one stock that you can put in your watch list, right? So bonus, I think definitely more than 20 of you typing bonus. Thank you so much. So let me just go to review this stock, which I think you can put in your watch list. And this stock is none other than this stock called Keppel Corp, right? Keppel Corp. Let me just put it out right here, Keppel Corp. And let me show it to you, right? So as I say, we have a system called 1GT. Okay, let me just put it out here for you again. So this is Keppel Corp on my 1GT system. So just now we're looking at like IFAST. So this is Keppel Corp. Okay, let me just zoom it here. So yeah, a couple of good, I would say, bullish signals for Keppel Corp since like the beginning of the year when we started to see a recovery in oil prices. So this was one good one. Look at this, a green arrow pointing up. January 14, we got a bullish signal from 510 all the way up to 610. We got an exit, another bullish signal went up, a bullish signal, and then start to see consolidate, another bearish signal coming out somewhere in June, went down. And let me just zoom into where we are right now. All right, so look at this right here. So as it kind of like found a little bit of bottom around that 640, 650 level, we got a new bullish signal. You can see started to push up over the past like 1-2 months. And we got an exit, right? We're going to exit and look at it today, right? So today is the 18th of August, all right, 18th of August. And we got this little bullish signal that just came out when I did my scan just now, all right? So as I said, guys, I will not talk too much about the whole system and all that, but essentially for those of you who are new, all right, we have this system called 1GT, one good trend that we kind of like use to filter out counters like this. It guides us on entry and exit with some of those bullish or maybe bearish signals, entry and exit signals. So if you want to find out more, you can simply attend one of those web class. Maybe I'll just place the link one last time in the chat as well. All right, that's where you can attend this web class to learn a bit more, right? But this is Keppel Corp. As I say, I can like scan this now, and we got this new bullish signal that came out today. All right, on the 18th of August. So let's just dive into the chart to see where are we and why are we having this signal and what can we potentially do or where can we actually head to, right? So let me go on to Keppel Corp right here, right? So this is Keppel Corp. So as I say, normally I would draw what we call the horizontal support and resistance lines, all right? It comes like this a little bit more a better understanding of where we are in terms of the levels, all right? And you can see that Keppel Corp has been in a pretty decent uptrend. Look at this, as I mentioned, right? The red and blue line, they're both pointing up, all right, pointing up. So longer term trend looks quite okay. I think like SamuderaShipping, the stock that I shared just now as well. I think people are asking about SamuderaShipping. Red, blue lines pointing up, prices above. All these all points to a pretty decent long-term uptrend, right? Of course, short-term, as I say, it can consolidate, it can come down, you know, you hit the level, it can come back down, it's normal, right? In fact, we want to see that, we want to see some consolidation rather than going up every single day. That's where you want to be careful because, you know, if it just goes up and up, there's no firm support being found as it moves up, you know, it can just come crashing down fast, right? So don't want to do that, right? You want to see it move up, consolidate 1, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks or a month, and then start moving up again to the next level. And that's where the uptrend is more healthy and stable, I would say. Okay, so there's Keppel Corp, right? You can see that over the past, like, you know, 5 months, we have found this support at around the $6.40 level, right? So that was the 640 level. You can see was a very, very strong support. You can see it rebounded a couple of times as we neared it. You can see we kind of like rebounded from it right over here. So it's like 1 time, 2, 3, 4 times to see a bit of rebound. So that 640 would become a very, very good support. All right. And over the past 2 weeks, we managed to break a temporary resistance level as well. All right. And that would become like the 680, which is a little bit, not a very firm like resistance, a little bit of a resistance. We touched it a few times, came back down. But it seems like that is now the support level. And obviously, look at this green line. So let's dive back into the short term. So short term, as I say, go on and talk about the 20 days moving average, the green line. And obviously, this green line is sloping up right now. Okay, can you see? I mean, it's like sloping up, right? So it's sloping up, prices above it. So short term, it actually looks quite good. It looks quite good right now. I mean, we might actually see this green line. So let me just draw what I think can happen. So this green line, so there are a few things that can happen, right? We might just consolidate here from 680. Okay, let me just draw it for you. So we might consolidate right here from 680 to that 710, right? 710 is that level that you want to write down, right? I think 710 is quite critical. It has touched about 3 or 4 times over the past 2 weeks, and we came back down. So we might consolidate here from 680 to 710, all right? And when that happened, I think this green line, okay, so this green line, the 20 days moving average, will start to flatten out as well. We might start to flatten out as well, right? So that would be, let me just put this in black in color, right? So that could become like the range right now from 680 to 710. We might consolidate here. The green line flattens out, and we see some, you know, sideways consolidation before attempting to break that $7.10. The next thing we could do is if we were to break this 710 over the next, like, you know, few days or maybe next week or something. Like, let me just go to remove this. So you know, if we can like consolidate a little bit more, as I say, 680 to 710 might consolidate. And if we do see some bullish move right here, just above 710, like 711, 712, you know, above 710, that's where we can potentially see some upside actually happening. All right. So that is where you can potentially start to see more upside, right? From 710 all the way up to maybe around that 740 level. So why 740? So we are pretty much at a, you know, kind of like all-time high, but we can also kind of like project it from previous prices. That was in somewhere around 2018. You can see it's a little bit of a support here as well, 740. Or we can also kind of like project it from here. So this is the range. We can shift it up here. That could kind of like be the next upside, right? From 710 to about 740 to 750. All right, so that is Keppel. I think it's one of those stocks, as I say, we got a bullish signal that came out. There are no exits, right? We see how it plays out again, but I think anything above this, like maybe 680 to 690, you might see a bit of consolidation. And of course, if that 710 were to break out, that is where some upside momentum can actually come back fast, and we can move on to the next higher consolidation phase, right? All the way to like 740 to 750. Okay, Ken, so that would be that bonus stock. That would be the bonus stock I'll share with you, and that would be Keppel Corp, right? So I think pretty much we have come to the end of this Facebook Live session. We have like more than 200 of you on board. Thank you so much, guys. Just go ahead to give me a like and a share or the heart shape button if you have found some value, right? Found some value so far. And I really appreciate that as well. And yeah, let me know. Just give a heart shape and like if you have found some value, right? So I hope all of you have gained some value so far in the stock. So let me just go ahead to repeat for those of you who have missed any parts, right? Any parts, because my apologies if I can't like talk a little bit faster because I want to try to cover as many stocks as possible, right? But we try to have like Facebook Live sessions like this once every few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, just to add more value to you guys. All right. So if you miss any parts, go ahead to dive into the stocks as well. You can see the video on my Facebook page. All right. And the stocks, let me just go ahead to cover, just repeat again: ST Engineering, UOB, AEM, Wilmar, Rex International, SamuderaShipping, OCBC, SETS, and finally IFAST. And that bonus stock I would like to share with you, and I've shared with you, that would be Keppel Corp, which you can put in your watch list. I think we are looking quite okay right now. We might be consolidating from, as I say, from about 680 to 710. All right, and that would be the range, but anything above 680 looks quite bullish. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. So I think I pretty much come to the end of this Facebook Live session, and I appreciate your time here. Thank you so much, and I look forward to see you in the next Facebook Live session as well. All right, if you want to, as I say, some of those stocks that we covered, many of those stocks we share, we have actually kind of like shared them with clients as well. For I think most of you are my clients already in Philip, but if you are not yet a client of mine in Philip Securities, you're just trading online with a broker, but you have no idea who is he, or you have no service, no WhatsApp, no training, no ideas, no video, nothing, then you definitely want to come on as a client of mine, and you do get some of my ideas much faster by WhatsApp as well. All right, so thank you so much. Thanks, Darren. All right, so just say bye. So thank you, Darren, Andy, Cheryl. I'll just call your name out. Alan, good to see you. I'll see you guys in the next Facebook Live session. Make sure you hit the bell notification. So as I say, there would be an overview. All right, overview right here. Click on the bell notification so that you can be alerted next time we go live as well. All right, and that's what you can do as well. Okay, so thank you so much. So let me just go to place the link. All right, as I say, for those of you who are not yet a client, I'll just place the link one last time. Click on the link. All right, just fill up your application. All right, and that's where my team will, will contact you. All right, and I look forward to work together with you a bit closer if you're a client, and that's where you get some of my ideas by WhatsApp much faster. All right, so have a good evening. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next Facebook Live session. Joey Choy here. Thank you so much. Signing out. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Cecilia. Thanks, Chris. Awesome. Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Etienne. Awesome. Thank you. Cecilia, thank you. Sean, thank you. Okay, bye. Have a good rest. Have a good weekend. Bye.